Bonjour, bonjour les amis. So I hope you are doing well. And as you can see today, I'm in the horse riding club. Uh, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit how about horse riding here in France. I would need to check the figures on the internet. In fact, I don't know so well, but I think maybe it's the fourth sport in France is horse riding. Third or fourth sport, I guess about the fourth sport. So there are many French people who like to ride horse. Of course, if you live in the bigger city such as Paris, it could be more expensive. But if you are in the countryside, it's really not that expensive. There is always it's more expensive as compared to soccer, as compared to basketball. But if you look at it, you know, you still have you're riding a horse. It's still as compared to other countries, is still affordable. The parents usually they are mostly I think it's the same in every country, mostly girls who like to go horse riding, and the parents they like this because it helps the kid to learn about animals, to learn how to deal with animals, how to deal with someone else. So there is this kind of learning, and there are many autistic children who also do this, and it helps them to develop themselves, you know, in a way. So here I'm in this place. Also, I think it's interesting to show you this place here because I think the owner, and this is something that you can do in France, I think, the owner bought all the land here, and I think she didn't pay that much. Because you have I will tell you more about this, but in France, when you, and that's something why I'm telling you this, because I have been living in China for many years, and I found out in China you cannot buy land, and it's very difficult even to buy an apartment. You never have the ownership right. And I think in the future, because there are too many human beings on the planet, it might become very hard to get a land like this. In France, this is still very cheap. You can get a land like this with the forest, the trees, the oak trees like this, the field, and all this for a reasonable price. Maybe she probably bought all this place maybe for 20,000 euro. Why is that? Because you have different type of land. Some land you are allowed to build on it, some land you are not allowed to build on it, which means you can only put a place like this. So you are allowed to put a place like this, but it shouldn't be a stable long-term construction. And I think you don't have any water, and you don't have any, maybe the electricity you can get it, but you don't have any connection to the water or connection to the electricity from the city. So that's why in this kind of land you are allowed to put some horse, you are allowed to grow some vegetables, but the tax will be very low and the price of this land will be very low. In French language we say terrain non constructible. You cannot build anything on it. You also have the forest, which is the same. The forests are also very cheap, but it's very hard to buy forest now. 10 years ago you could buy forest everywhere, and now it's not possible because people who have forest, they keep it for themselves, because forest means income. You don't have any tax, you don't have anything to do, and every few years you can cut the trees and make money from it. So people bought the forest as an investment, and they keep it for themselves. But why I think it's interesting, because it gives you more opportunities. This is one of France's opportunities. Maybe you have this as well. I'm not sure it is in Eastern Europe. In Russia, I have no idea. But it gives you the opportunity to be the owner of some land. And on this, like this woman, she just started a small horse riding place, or you can start something on your own, or depending on what type of life you are looking for. Even you could live here. It's not very comfortable, but at least the air is fresh, is pure. The silence is a positive energy, positive environment. You don't have this everywhere, you see. So it's very lucky, you know, when like me you experience China for 10 years, and then you come back here in France, you really realize the value of this kind of environment, the value of things. You know, this is wow. This is, you know, a place that's with the trees, with the sky, that's not polluted. There's no air pollution. The ground is not toxic. The water is not toxic, and you can be the owner of such a place for a very low price. That's really crazy, you know. So now we'll leave you for now. That's, as I tell you, if you are in the countryside, that's one chance that you have the possibility either to buy a place like this, either to go horse riding in such a place, and to be in this kind of environment. It might not always be like this. I believe in the future things will change and it will become more and more difficult. The owners, some owners, what they do and what they already did, and when you have a bigger cities, what they do sometimes they sell the land to build some building, or they simply put the fence around their properties and nobody can get in. So you cannot even take a walk or enjoy yourself if you are not the owner yourself. Now I will leave you for now. I talk to you next time. À bientôt les amis. Let me know if you like this type of video, or what type of video you would like to know, what type of knowledge you would like to, what type of things you would like to learn about French, French people, French language, about France as a country, or about the French speaking world in this planet. Je vous parle la prochaine fois. À bientôt. Take care.